So let's be honest with ourselves for a second, okay? Are you somebody who makes promises you don't keep? Hi, I'm Rati Gorfine of Creative Calling Coaching, and today I'm going to talk about just that, how we can sometimes sabotage our own word. And it's ironic that I'm talking about this today because my husband out there, if my husband's watching, I'm supposed to call him every day just to check in at 5 o'clock, just so we don't take each other for granted. And today I forgot. So this is perfect. Anyway, before I get into it, you may not have time to stick around for the whole spiel. You'll notice there's a link in the description of the video, and it is for my new $27 workshop, ADHD Get It Done Plan. So check that out if you can't stay for the whole thing. I'll talk more about it later. Anyway, you know, I love a client who lets me push them. And what I mean by that is, for instance, when we're talking about not keeping your word, a client who cancels at the last minute. And then I get on the phone and I say, "Are you sure you can't do this? What's going on? I don't feel like it." And they're willing to do this session anyway, in part because they know they're going to just lose their money anyway. But they do the session anyway and have some kind of wonderful breakthrough. Not every client will do that. Not every client will allow me to push them to honor their word, but the ones that do benefit. And here's the thing. How you do one thing is how you do everything. I did not make that up. That is if you examine your life and you notice how you set a New Year's resolution, you say you're going to do something by a certain time. I'm not talking about promises you make to other people, because most of the time that's enough accountability for a lot of us. But you tell yourself you're going to do something by a certain time and you don't do it. You may notice the outcome of that behavior in a lot of different areas of your life. And in essence, keeping your word to yourself is really about grit. That to me is the definition of grit. I'm going to give you an acronym for it. SURE. Be sure. Show up relentlessly, even when you don't feel like it. Because here's the thing. Life is out there. It's not in here. And often how we feel is a reflection of, it always is indicative of what's going on in here. Feelings are the harbingers of belief. I'm not good enough. I'm too tired. Right? Not real. I'm not saying you're not tired, but too tired to keep your word, that's not real. I mean, unless you're in a car crash or some, God forbid, thing like that. Anyway, when you show up to life because you said you would, that's showing up to reality. And that's where all the good stuff happens. That's why a famous now, infamous filmmaker, Woody Allen, once said, 95% of life is showing up. Because it is. It really is. And I guess I'm on this rant because lately I've had a couple clients who have had a real hard time with this. And when you don't keep your word, first of all, A, you let down yourself. You don't move towards your goal efficiently. But B, if people start to perceive you as capricious, they're less likely to want to collaborate with you. People who, you're creating problems for people. That's karmically incorrect. I have to pay my assistant to go after a client who's AWOL. you know. Uh, First of all, clients go AWOL when they're scared. And all you have to do to be courageous is be scared and do it anyway. I think there's a book out there called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what it takes to keep your word. And in the end, that's what gets you to the finish line. So I think you could say that we have a theme this week. And the theme is I'm kicking your ass. The theme is, just do it. It's, show up, right? Now, the how of just do it does matter, but that's where the promises are made. The how is show up for the session, do the research, right? Return the phone call. That's the how of the just do it, all right? But at some point, just do it comes into play. And that's when you don't feel like it. Because remember, how you feel is not what you want. The question is always, what do I want and what will get me closer to it? Blowing this off or keeping my word? And again, if my husband's watching, I'm sorry, I forgot to check in with you, darling. I always give him a call around 1:30 in the afternoon, and I broke my word. So my apologies there. But, our little ritual of checking in is very important. It's, one of the, I wouldn't call it a pillar, but it's one of the things that helps us strengthen our marriage. All right. So in summation, let life in by showing up to it, because it doesn't reside in your head. Let life in by showing up to it no matter what. And that's what your word is, showing up to life, because it does not reside in your head, AKA your feelings. So before I go, again, I'm going to bring your attention to that link up there. I mean, I certainly hope you subscribe to this YouTube channel and like this video and share it. But I'm very excited about this program, the ADHD Get It Done plan, for people who feel as though they're constantly flying by the seat of their pants, right? If you're somebody who has difficulty with just do it because you don't know how to construct the how behind it, this is for you. If you find you're stuck at the starting gate because of some minute decision that you think you have to make before proceeding, this workshop's for you. For basically the cost of a meal out, you will walk away with the secret to making decisions efficiently, effectively, and quickly, and to how to plan out, how to create a blueprint that will allow you to achieve any goal that you have. Or the outcome may even end up being better than you had planned. So I hope you'll click that link and join me. It's on May 15th, 3 hours. I don't remember what, 11 to 2, something like that. Anyway, thanks for watching again today. I'm here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm Rati Gorfian of Creative Calling Coaching. And have a lovely rest of your evening.